Jadan!
Iain!
Who was trying to make shoe pastry, added too many peaches, accidentally invented stilettos, and somehow made a cobbler out of everything?
Daniel Radcliffe?
No. Two guys.
Violent.
Hello and welcome to episode 184 of Two Guys What's Up, the weekly comedy podcast where there was a joke in there somewhere, but one guy who I hope understood where I was going with it was this guy. It's Jordan. Jordan, what are you going into today?
Iain, for you today, I have a collection of statistically improbable things that's happened to people.
Nice. That sounds fantastic.
And I haven't read it since I compiled this list a long time ago.
Oh, nice.
So it'll be new to both of us.
Oh, brilliant. So we can both revel in the revelations that are revealed.
We can indeed.
Together.
You and your alliteration. What have you got for us, Iain?
Well, Jordan, today I've got a case where I don't want to get told off at the end of it. So I need to get the warning in early because you see, for this story, there is zero independent verification.
Right.
None. Not a scrap. No newspaper, no police report, no medical record, not even a nosy neighbour who was peering through the curtains. This entire tale survives only in UFO community circles, whispered about on blogs and podcasts like a kind of digital folklore, because what I've got for you today is the testimony of two people named Vladimir and Olga and what they said happened to them on a winter's night in 2008 in the Ukrainian city of Dubno.
Right, okay. Fucking bring it.
Yeah, I just wanted to get that one in early because I didn't want to get to the end and you'd be like, oh, so what evidence is there of this? And we'd be like, nothing. And you'd be like, oh, well, thanks for the fucking story then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready for your bedtime story. It's fine.
It's not a bedtime story. It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Well, it'll be bedtime somewhere.
I wish it was bedtime.
It can be if you want it to be.
No, we need to get through this.
Okay.
Because we have plans that we need to execute.
Have we?
Yeah, during the summer, we're going to be busy.
Oh, true. Yeah, we better crack on, haven't we? Time is of the essence, Iain.
We probably should have.
But Iain, before we get into all of that, if people like what they hear, where can they find more?
Well, Jordan, we currently have 35 extra episodes of this fantastic thing that we call Two Guys What's Up, sitting up on Patreon right now that people can get their mitts on for just £3.
Just £3?
Just £3 whole pounds for 35 extra hours of you and me chatting shit.
Wow, we're really undercutting ourselves.
Am I really selling it there? You know, we're talking shit.
It's fine, carry on.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with it. But as well as those bonus episodes, you can also get your hands on some delicious merchandise. So if you are finding yourself t-shirtless and you're like, God damn, I just need a t-shirt and 35 extra bonus episodes of Two Guys What's Up, then you can sign up to that tier and get both.
But Iain, what if someone wants a drink in the morning?
Well, you see, Jordan, that's where we've got them covered. Because further to that, they can get their hands on a mug, a t-shirt, and 35 bonus episodes.
Wow.
All over on our Patreon. And it's all available with one little click of that little linky, winky, fucking wonky button down in our description.
Lovely. You love your rhymes today, don't you?
Apparently it's what I'm about. That's what happens when I get tired.
Okay.
But Jordan, before we jump into the delicious stuff of today, why don't you tell me how the fucking hell are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you. There's kind of exciting stuff going on, isn't there? At the moment, we are having a garden room built.
The way you're saying that kind of makes it sound like you and I are together and we're having a garden thingy built.
We're having a baby. We're calling it the garden room.
Which is more of a studio.
It is, yeah. It's going to be an all-year-round purpose-built room that is in said garden.
Nice.
And it's going to be an internal size of 5 by 3 metres. So that's going to be much larger than what I'm currently sat in right now.
Spacious.
Yeah. I'm not going to necessarily go into the money details of it, but when we had companies come in to do quotes for the entire thing, you know, adding the base, doing the electrics, erecting the build, that kind of thing, it was unaffordable for us. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But we found that if we essentially source all things separately, it's like half the price.
Yeah, because you got that guy from the back alley, didn't you, to source your wood.
I did, yeah. I mean, it's stained a little bit and it stinks, but it'll be all right. It'll dry out.
Exactly, yeah. Just get a bit of deodorant on there, bit of Axe body spray.
Yeah. I mean, the blood won't quite come out, but...
Wallpaper, you grand. You'll be haunted.
I heard that if I did it, it'll still seep through, but I'll just go for a red theme.
Perfect. Yeah, just roll with it. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm excited.
But you know what? I was going to ask you a question. How soundproofed is this going to be? And I know that sounds quite dark, but it is for good reasons.
It should be sufficient. A lot of garden rooms have, I think some have even been like less than 50 mil of insulation between the walls.
Yeah.
But ours is going to be 150.
Nice.
So it's going to be fairly sufficient for the purposes that we need. Plus it will be plasterboarded on the inside as well, and it will eventually have some acoustic treatment. It shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't be any worse, hopefully, than what I'm dealing with now.
Well, I was wondering if it would be sufficiently soundproofed enough to house a setup of Zildjian custom cymbals.
I'm not sure. I don't know how loud they are, but I imagine they get pretty loud.
They're fucking loud, yeah. But hear me out, because I was thinking, you write music, and sometimes you ask me to do drums, and live drums are always better, and I have a drum kit just sat on my hallway and has been there for the last 5 years.
Oh, that's not how you play them.
Yeah, that's where I've been going wrong. So I'm wondering, if you would like them to live in your studio, and then you can have a live drum kit.
That's a beautiful idea. I'll have to consider it, because it was either that or maybe get an electric kit.
Yep.
I guess I'd have to just see what the acoustics are like on the inside. You know, maybe before making that decision, actually see how soundproofed it is.
Yeah, probably a good idea. But I mean, like, for the type of music you create, it's not fucking hardcore punk, I'm not going to be crashing the ride.
Oh.
My 22 Zildjian custom projection ride, I'm not going to be fucking smacking the shit out of it like I did in my band.
Okay.
It'd be nice stuff, little bell roll over here, bring, little hi-hat choke over here. Psst, psst. It'd be lovely.
You know what? I've got an even better idea.
Stick your drum kit up your fucking ass.
Or get a cajon.
Fuck off.
You'll have another seat as well. It'll be grand.
Get fucked.
That suddenly turned, hasn't it, Ian?
I'm sat here offering you my drum kit for free. And you're like, I'll get you a cajon. Get it, cajon.
Very good, very good. Yeah, I like the idea, though. I'll have to see just what it's like in terms of the final build and go from there, but that would be a great thing if I could do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very nice. How are you?
Grand.
Sorry, I took the wind out of your sails, didn't I, with a cajon comment?
Yeah, you've really knocked me back. No, I'm all good. I've had nothing to report, really. What have I got to tell you?
We've just gone through half term.
We have.
As we're recording.
We have, yeah.
So you survived, clearly.
Yeah, we had a hella good week.
Oh,
we
nice.
were out in forest, we went to the beach, we went to farms. This place called Piglets.
Oh, yeah?
Near York, which is really fun. Great. But you know what? At Piglets, there's a little fairy walk.
Right.
And that is my favourite part of it, because it's just such a peaceful little walk. And it's like surrounded by trees and foliage, and there's like loads of cool little fairy houses that have been built, like dotted around.
Okay.
And it's just so calming and relaxing, like sort of being out in nature. And it was fucking shut.
Oh, you know what I thought you were going to say?
What?
I thought you were going to say it was calm and peaceful, then both kids kicked off.
No. The kids, I mean, like, as they're growing, they're turning into such wonderful little humans, and they are better at being able to, like, regulate emotions, especially the little one.
Oh, nice. Learnt from the dad.
Exactly, yeah. Everyone always said it's not forever, and it always feels like forever when you're in the moment, but we're coming to that stage where they're both just mint.
That's great.
Not that they weren't before. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Of course. No, of course. Slowly creeping towards the teenage years, and then it'll be lots of partying and sex and drugs, so it'll be grand.
Well, we can minus the sex part, because that's not going to happen.
What, taking after the dad?
Yeah. Well, be like me, son, celibate.
It's all right, lad. You get used to it after a while.
It'll be great, because I'll just be like, oh, you having a party? Sweet. Grab me a beer. I'll join you.
Nice. Cool, Dad. I like it.
Alcoholic dad, really?
Well, I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah. Thanks. You sugarcoated that nicely. But no, yeah, we had fun. It was my idea to go to Piglets, because obviously it's fun for the kids, but I love the fairy walk.
Right.
And when we walked in there, they were like, welcome to Piglets, right? So donkey feedings at 3.
What?
Feel free to walk around wherever you like. Sorry, what?
You said donkey feedings, didn't you?
Yeah, what did you think I said?
It honestly sounded like you said donkey feelings. Like you just pet the donkeys.
No. donkey feedings at 3.
Right. Sorry.
But they finished with the fairy walk is closed for renovations, and I nearly burst into tears.
Your youngest pointed and laughed at you.
Yeah, my youngest looked at the cashier and was like, every time. Any time he don't get his own way, just fucking bursts into tears.
He doesn't know how to regulate his emotions.
Come on, Dad, let's get you in.
We'll get you a voddy.
Yeah, we'll get you a beer, calm down. Are you sure, son?
Oh, God, that's funny.
Rolling his eyes.
Oh, well, at least you had a good time. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, it was great. Thank you very much.
Very good.
So, Jordan, with that, shall we jump into the good stuff of today?
Why not, Ian?
Okay. So, Jordan, today our story starts with an ordinary family in an ordinary flat. The two main people of this story is Vladimir and Olga, who are a couple and have 2 daughters named Vanessa and Angelica, who are both around 8 and 9 years old, and these 2 girls were just sat happily doodling away, drawing pictures. But what they were drawing was something that they said they'd seen in the sky.
Uh-oh.
Already ominous.
Yeah, but it could have been a seagull.
That's true.
Or a little hawk. Could have been a hot air balloon.
Well, I'll tell you what, wait until you hear what it is, because what they were drawing was a bright, multicoloured object drifting above the rooftops, flickering on and off like someone was cycling through the world's most aggressive traffic lights. Vladimir didn't pay much attention at first. Kids draw weird stuff all the time. But when both kids had shown him what they'd drawn, Vlad noticed that they matched, right down to the shape and the strip of glowing coloured lights along the bottom, which was unnerving to say the least.
Why was that unnerving?
Because it's not just 2 kids drawing something from their imagination. You know, like, even if they got together and said, right, let's draw something spooky, you know, the drawings would have differed.
Oh, I
But
see.
then both kids are drawing him something that looked exactly the same. It's like, oh, shit. It seems like these kids have actually seen this thing.
Oh, okay.
Unnerving. Later that evening, Olga went outside for whatever reason, and wouldn't you know it, the drawings had come to life right in front of her eyes as she saw the very same object that her kids had drawn.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, that same floating craft just hanging there over a river near their home. She lifted her phone to take a picture, but the only thing it captured was a smear of yellow light. So she thought, fuck this, and went inside where the 2 of them retired to bed. And at this point, they were both unsettled by the events of the evening, but not terrified, and just chalked it up to one of those weird things. But around 2 in the morning, everything changed.
Uh-oh.
There we are.
Did they all lose the voice?
No, just me.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
Yeah,
then.
that's definitely a me thing. So about 2 in the morning, a blinding white light poured into the bedroom so suddenly that it jolted both parents awake. At the same moment, one of the girls shouted from their room, "It's back! It's outside!" Further proving that that was what they saw earlier.
Corroboration.
So when they both looked out the window, they all saw the same craft, floating no more than 100 meters above the house. A perfect disc radiating white light that felt less like illumination and more like it was pulling at them. And that is exactly what Olga claimed happened. According to her, her body began rising from the bed, not floating gracefully like you'd imagine in a dream, but twisting and spiraling upwards as though something had hooked her by the ribs and was reeling her in like a bish.
Oh, God. I've just got an image of, like, Crash Bandicoot.
I don't think she was going that fast.
Okay. Just got connected to a big industrial drill.
Yeah. It's like, you know, when you see like people on motorbikes spinning kids roundabouts with the back wheel?
Oh, yeah.
It's spinning like fuck.
She's like, I didn't sign up to be a Beyblade.
This was not in the marriage description.
Yeah.
So she said she tried to scream, but she couldn't. Vladimir grabbed her legs, desperate to hold her down, but the moment he touched her, he felt the same force dragging him up too.
Oh, God.
Now, I don't know if they blacked out or were aware of what happened, but the next thing they reported was that they found themselves inside a circular white room with transparent walls. Olga described it as a space with no obvious corners or shadows, just a glowing brightness that seemed to come from nowhere, and Vladimir added that the floor wasn't solid, but had a kind of gentle bounce to it, like walking on something halfway between rubber and fog.
Rubber and fog?
Yep.
How does he know what walking on fog is?
I guess you could imagine what walking on a cloud would feel like, should it be a solid thing.
But it's not.
It isn't, no, but, you know, it gives you a sense of what he's trying to describe.
Could he not describe using something that you could walk on?
He had no feet, okay?
Okay.
He's trying his hardest.
Okay. All right, fair enough. What about, like, a lovely bouncy castle?
Can you imagine calling up this guy? It's like, I know you've got no feet, mate, but try describing it properly, would you? It'd be like, this making me sad.
Does he actually not have feet?
No, he does have feet.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a bit that I'd glossed over somehow.
No, he's got feet. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
That's how he knows what walking on rubber and fog feels like.
Clearly, yeah.
It's you that don't have the feet, apparently.
Oh, shit.
Imagine you looking down. Don't be silly. Ah, what?
You're right. This is just a pair of Crocs.
How have I been getting around?
Oh, God.
But Jordan, then they saw the beings. Oh! Small figures around 3 feet tall with thin bodies and bulbous heads, grey skin, huge black eyes, 3-fingered hands, and they were wearing a tight silver bodysuit, entered the room with their faces partially covered with what the couple thought were masks or some kind of breathing apparatus. And oddly, they didn't walk, right? And I know you're going to fucking jump on me here, right? But I don't know what this means. So just go with it, all right? But it said they moved by undulating along their lower bodies like caterpillars.
That's awful.
All right, I've just described a big bulbous, grey-skinned, headed, black-eyed creature with 3 fingers, and you're like, oh, like a caterpillar. Ugh.
Well, yeah, I don't like kind of creepy, crawly insects. But maybe, Ian, after all this, they were just hovering on a fucking cloud.
Possibly.
Bit of fog.
Having a little walk around an old cloud. How the fuck did we get up here? I've got no feet for a start off.
Yeah, exactly. You know, after all this Vladimir guy, that's all he said.
Yeah. That's his only input. But later on, he gets a little bit funky business, so...
Uh-oh.
You just hold on. But behind these creepy little caterpillar buggers was a taller figure that stood behind them, silent, with his face completely hidden, almost like it was supervising the room. But we all know what that was, don't we?
The big old leader guy.
Yeah, can you remember what they're called?
No.
The Trantaloids!
Oh, yeah. They're called the Trantaloids, Ian.
Yeah, don't edit that to make you sound smart. Now, Vladimir said these beings didn't speak in a normal sense. Instead, he felt thoughts pushed into his head. He felt reassurance, instructions, and a sense of being observed but not harmed. So, you know, it's the whole telepathic communication thing. They're like, oh, we're not going to hurt you, bud. We're just here to touch your stumps. He's like, I have feet. So the smaller ones pulled him away from Olga, who was placed in a chair built into the floor, where she described feeling being examined. But not by being cut or probed, thank God, but she said it was more like they were scanning her internally.
Oh.
Next, Vladimir was taken to a smaller craft, which he called his space boat. He said this thing moved through a tunnel of light, and when the walls of the craft became transparent again, he claimed he saw a landscape that absolutely wasn't Earth. It was dusty, barren ground with giant pits and what looked like underground dwellings dug deep into whatever planet's crust he was seeing. Not humans. I assume that's how he speaks, but that's what he said in a regression session. Something else lives here. They live underground. That's how Ukrainians talk, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
Cool.
Okay, weird. So he's no longer on Earth, as he knows.
He's not even on the spacecraft that they originally took him onto. They've blasted him off to show him some other places, apparently. They're like, oh, let's take this guy on a tour while we internally scan his wife.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
But you know what? If you think that sounds dirty, just you wait until Vlad gets to his freaky time.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because then he said he was taken to another world, and apparently this one was more hospitable. It was rocky, there was a blue haze in the sky, and it had structures that looked almost grown rather than built. And this is where the story takes the strangest turn of all. The beings brought forth what he described as an alien female, whose body began shape-shifting until it resembled a human woman, which Vlad thought was banging. And the implication was clear. They were attempting some kind of cross-breeding experiment.
Wow, okay, you weren't lying.
I was not lying. It's freaky time for Vladdy boy. And, you know, they're like, hey, who's real pretty on your planet? He's like, I don't know, my wife that you took me away from? Losers?
Here's a question, right?
Question me.
I wonder, you know when you hear of people saying about this where they have sexual relations, shall we say, with supposed alien beings or non-human entities, do you reckon that feels different?
What a question. I couldn't tell you. I've thankfully, not to my knowledge, ever been in that situation.
Okay. What if you one day was?
I guess I'll report back then.
Okay. Will you FaceTime me?
I will do, yeah. Mid-stroke. I'm in, Jordan. Feels pretty much the same.
I'm kind of disappointed, actually.
Like a fleshlight from Zeta Reticuli. I'm by the way, this alien's a guy. I'm now Zeta Reticubi.
New on lovehoney.com.
Oh, can you imagine that? Like seeing like a picture of a fleshlight with like grey skin.
Oh.
And a picture of the model it came from.
Or a big blow-up doll.
Oh, God. I mean, to be honest, you could probably buy that now. They sell big blow-up aliens, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah, you can buy like a big blow-up alien.
What, for that purpose?
Not for that purpose. No,
Oh,
I'm sure.
right.
Well, I mean, I fucking hope not.
I have 5.
That'd be terrifying. But turns out Vlad was a good guy, because he said he refused loudly and repeatedly, and the beings seemed confused, as though they couldn't understand why humans wouldn't cooperate with their interplanetary matchmaking scheme. He also said the beings asked questions through impression, emotion, and pressure. Questions like why humans feel fear, love, anger and grief, why we haven't destroyed ourselves with our emotions, and why we cling so tightly to families and partners. He said by the sounds of it, they were fascinated by the very idea of human attachment.
Okay, so that's not a concept they have then?
No, you know, they're all just one big fucking hive mind, aren't they? They don't care. They're just buggers. I think, you know, they've evolved, supposedly, past the point of needing other people and the emotions and stuff. They've lost, like, their human side.
Right, okay.
As we'd call it.
But that's the very thing that makes life worth living.
Precisely, yeah. So eventually, after what he described as several transfers between different locations, he and Olga were returned to the White Room, and the next thing they remember was waking up the next morning in their own bed with no memory of how they got there.
Right.
But over the following days, they both confided in each other that they remembered pieces of the same strange events from the night. Vlad sought hypnosis, sketched drawings of the craft and the beings, and began telling researchers what he believed happened. But then, Jordan, came the after effects.
What, Adobe?
Maybe. You know, he was like, oh, I've suddenly got the idea for an invention. It's called Adobe After Effects.
Screw you, Photoshop.
I created my own program.
Nice.
But Jordan, some after effects of alien interaction are bad. But in their situation, they were a little bit different, because Vlad's hair reportedly darkened from grey to brown, Olga's long-term stomach condition supposedly vanished, and in the most peculiar claim of all, Olga believed that she gained a strange new ability, that if she touched the head of somebody who was drunk, they would instantly sober up.
Oh, wow.
Telling researchers that she'd done it several times with her friends.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know if she was on the same subject then. Yeah, if I touch people's heads, they sober up, and I've done it with my friends several times. Can you imagine, like, being that friend? You know, spent a good chunk of money at the pub or something, you're like, oh, I've had a good night. I'll just stop off and see a Vlad and Olga, and then she pops her hand on your head, and you instantly lose everything you've done all night. You're like, well, thanks for that.
Well, saying that, though, you'd have still had a good night. You'd still remember that. You've sobered up. I mean, actually, that would be brilliant.
Yeah, you're right. I take it all back.
Yeah, go give Olga a little hug.
Touch my head, will you, Olgie?
Not that one.
I mean, I'm going to stop you if you want to. But the awkward part, Jordan, is, as I said at the top, there is no evidence to support any of this. There are no interviews with the couple, no medical documents, no photographs, journalists who ever followed up, just a handful of second-hand retellings on UFO sites. But that is the whole story as it circulates in all its weird glory. But with this lack of evidence comes a trail, because the Dubno case didn't appear in a vacuum.
Oh.
Thank you. For you see, Jordan, Ukraine has a proper history of sky oddness. 2 years before the Dubno story, in a place that I can't read, it Cherniev. I did look it up, but I just can't pronounce it, so my apologies. But anyway, in this place, multiple witnesses reported what they described as a sky serpent. A long, twisting, luminous ribbon darting through the clouds like somebody had turned Aurora Borealis into a drunk eel.
Ugh.
Local radio stations had callers swearing blind that it moved like it was alive, doubling back on itself, forming loops, almost playfully. No explanation was given. The military denied tests, weather experts shrugged, and everyone else got on with their lives pretending like they hadn't seen anything. And that brings us back to Vladimir and Olga. Because even though their particular story isn't backed by evidence, what's interesting is that it fits into a pattern of weirdness that Ukraine has had for decades. The country sits on crossroads of old Soviet test ranges, ancient folk traditions, military airspace, and if nothing else, it makes you second guess the possibility that something did indeed happen to this couple. But Jordan, after all that, I just want to know, what do you think?
Where's the evidence? No. Taking it on face value.
Yep.
Obviously, at the moment, it is just sort of hearsay, isn't it? There is nothing else that we can say about that.
Correct.
But assuming it is all true, that would be kind of off-putting, wouldn't it? Imagine that you and your wife get whisked away, spinning like a Beyblade out of bed, and then you end up somehow in this white, transparent room. Feels like you're walking on fog.
And rubber.
Of course. No, not rubber, because fucking hell, you can't walk on rubber, can you, fucking idiot?
It's stupid. That's not a gas.
And then you get, maybe not experimented with, but I suppose in a sense, if they're wanting to have intercourse with you and create...
hybrid babies.
Yeah, that's kind of awful.
Right, so it does tick a lot of abduction narrative boxes.
Yes.
You know, it's got all the elements there that you commonly hear. But if you're going to have an abduction experience, there's no better one to have. I mean, you go with your loved one. You know, you're there with... So like me, if I was there with Gina, I'd be like, great, at least I've got somebody I'm familiar with and can hide behind when the aliens come in. Then they take you off and show you different worlds. That's cool. Then they want you to shag someone. You're like, fuck it, why not? You know, when in Rome or when in Glarkstock 7, wherever you are, you know, your hair goes from grey back to brown. You get cool powers to sober people up.
Your stomach pain goes.
Yeah, fucking hell, mate. Yeah, that's all in all the best kind of abduction you could ask for.
Possibly. So a few questions on that.
Yeah.
Let's say that happened to you and your wife, right?
Yeah, yeah.
First of all, any thoughts to where your kids are?
Oh, yeah, it's a good question. To be honest, because we brushed past the children very early, I forgot about them.
Okay. Second question is, let's say that you and your wife have been abducted and you're on this craft.
Yeah.
They wanted to crossbreed.
Yeah.
However, they didn't choose you, Ian. They whisked your wife away.
I'd be like, fucking get me a chair.
But they're like, no, you can't watch. You cannot be involved.
What? At least film it for me, God.
So a couple of thoughts for you there.
Yeah.
Is it so good now?
Right, okay, first thing, right? I mean, thanks for putting a fucking downer on my amazing experience. You know, first of all, I'd have to be like... First of all, I'd have to ask one of the undulating caterpillar aliens, like, is somebody watching the kids or something? Are they okay? Are they in danger? Right? And if they said, yeah, they're fine, don't worry. Glib Snob is watching them. Yeah, you know, he's fucking hard as nails. He'll kick anyone in that comes close to them. Like, okay, fine, they're safe. Thank you very much. And then, you know, they take Gina away into another room, give her the satisfaction she's been after for so long. You know, she comes out happy. She's a changed woman. We're all happy. That's great. As long as I get like a PS5 or something to play with, or you know, give me an episode to edit.
Okay.
While she's doing the business.
Well, I mean, there's that new Love Hoodie toy.
Oh yeah, the grey light. Yeah, no, I mean, imagine they handed me that. Like, you know, if you want to do something, Ian, you can have it. I'm like, no, thanks.
It's been used.
There's fluorescent green goo hanging out of it. Some creepy alien with a big goofy smile on his face in the back. Give it a go, mate. It's fucking mint.
That's awful.
Proper northern alien.
Right, yeah. Okay. I'm not sure what else to say about it. I think it's an interesting story. I enjoyed the story of it.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if it's anything more than that.
I believe it wholeheartedly.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay. Good for you.
Yeah. Thanks. I heard the little proverbial pet on the head then.
What makes you believe it?
It's a cool story and I like it.
Okay. Which is all that science wants to hear.
Exactly. Yeah. It's kind of like the way I believe I'm funny and cool, you know? Because I want it to be true.
Okay.
And I like the outcome. That's what I believe.
Right. Okay.
Who cares if none of my jokes land?
Everyone listening. No, that's fascinating.
Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. People at home, let us know what you think. Email us, text us, turn up at Jordan's house if you want.
I mean, not unannounced.
Help him build a studio.
I mean, actually, that would be really good.
Cool. So the most statistically impossible things that happen to someone.
Oh, you're so close. The most statistically improbable things.
Of course, because mathematically, nothing is impossible, only improbable.
I guess so. I mean...
That is true. That is a mathematical truth.
I'm not sure that you'd ever become a woman at this point, so I would say that that's maybe not possible.
Well, it is possible. It's just improbable.
Do you think that's possible?
What, for me to become a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. Every Thursday night.
No, I mean, you know, it could happen. It is possible to happen.
Okay.
It's not going to happen, but it is a possibility. It could happen, but it's improbable.
Okay, let's scratch that. What about you floating off your chair right now?
Not impossible, just highly, highly improbable.
Do you think?
I'm not lying to you. This is a genuine mathematical premise. 1 minute. Let me do a little bit of research just so that I can tell you the words correctly.
Cool. I'm excited, actually. I hope that wasn't too loud.
It's fine. I liked it. I've got it.
Cool.
So the little quote that has been given to me to say to you is, math doesn't really like to deal in can't happen very often. It deals in probabilities. So something can be unlikely that you'd never expected to see it in your lifetime, but the probability isn't exactly zero. So technically, it's still possible.
Okay, ask the question, how possible is it that you could float up off your chair?
Okay. So, it says, if I mean, could all the atoms in my body spontaneously move upwards and overcome gravity without any external force? And then, according to quantum mechanics, it's not strictly impossible, but the probability is so absurdly tiny that writing it down becomes almost meaningless. So again, not impossible, just highly, highly, highly improbable.
Okay, about as close to impossible as it gets.
Yeah, but like say, math doesn't like to deal in can or can't, it's probability. So it might be 0.1001% that it will happen, but it's still not technically impossible.
I'd take that. Maths just needs to fucking make up its mind, doesn't it?
Yeah, get a job, maths.
Yeah, dealing with, well, it might be true.
Can you imagine going on like a date with maths and at the end of it you're like, so do you want to split the bill? It's like, maybe. It's like, well, can you just tell me yes or no? Oh, can't deal in definites like that. I mean, I possibly want to. I probably don't.
Any chance of a kiss this evening? Well, it's not impossible, but it's improbable.
Yes, it's just improbable, that one. How improbable.
Okay, brilliant.
I'm glad we got to the bottom of that.
Yeah, no, that's good. I enjoyed that. That was fun. So, yes, statistically improbable, not impossible things that's happened to real people. And again, I compiled this segment a long time ago, and I haven't read it since.
Oh, okay, right. That's why you had me do all that research. You just had a little quick skim through, didn't you?
Yeah. Got it down pat now.
Yeah, get all the words in your mind.
So, starting with, I was on a road trip with my cousins in the 80s. One of them kept playing the same song over and over again by rewinding the tape and playing it again. The song was Another One Bites the Dust.
Good song.
After 3 plays in a row, the driver pulls out the tape, says, "Enough!" and turned on the radio. Sure enough, the song was the one that played on the radio.
No way.
Not impossible, highly improbable.
Should that be the title of this episode?
Deal. Another one says, I was hit on a crosswalk 2 times as a pedestrian by the same person.
No way.
The incidents were 4 years apart and in different states.
That reminds me of that story I told you about coincidences. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, go on.
So the long and short of it is a taxi driver was taxiing someone somewhere, knocked somebody over on a moped and killed them. And then 1 year later to the day, that same taxi driver had the same passenger in the same place, hit the same bike with the person they killed previously's brother riding the same bike.
That's not good, is it?
No.
I mean, you'd change job, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you become an executor. An executioner?
Maybe, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's not good, is it? Yeah.
But mental.
Maybe you'd get a job riding the Dodgems.
Well, to teach you how to not hit people.
It just means that if you do hit people, you're probably not going to kill them.
True.
Another one says, my phone number and car's license plate are the same. In New York, standard license plates are only 3 letters followed by 4 numbers. My license plate was DHK1234. My phone number was 3451234. This was before most phones had QWERTY keyboards, so DHK was located on the 345 keys.
God, yeah, very clever.
Yeah, kind of weird. Another one. I have been hit in the head by live squirrels 3 times in my life.
Stay away from trees, bro.
Yeah, each on opposite occasions. I mean, does he have a head that looks like an acorn? And they're like, ooh, yeah, jackpot.
Yeah, look at the size of that one.
I mean, that's pretty unlucky. I don't think I know anybody that's been hit in the head with a live squirrel.
No, not that I can think of.
Or a dead one.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that around P-Zone Park. Whoop. Someone else says, you want something statistically improbable? I was born without an anus.
What?
That's all they said. I'm not sure how it works, really.
I dare say he's got, is it a stoma bag?
I guess so, but...
Guess you'd have to. Where else would it come out? I thought you just put a skewer through it and make a little hole.
Oh, God.
Come out like a piping bag.
That's horrible. It's like, squeeze me, Janice.
Janice, I can't do this anymore.
Oh, God.
You've ruined my baking hobby.
Oh, it's horrendous. Oh, another one. I woke up one morning and a series of small things went wrong. Think spills or broken dishes, burned clothes while ironing, corrupted assignment files on the laptop, that sort of thing, one after another.
Yeah, my life.
Well, yeah, Ian's life. As I was leaving the hall of residence to head to my first class, I tripped over and fell on the stairs. That was the last straw. I turned around, went back to my room, got back into bed, and stayed there for the rest of that bad luck day.
Oh yeah, that's the way to do it. Way to do it. Way to do it. Way to do it.
When you have a bad day, give up. Go home and sleep. Fuck it, try again tomorrow. Not every bad day can become a good day. Some days are fucked and cannot be unfucked. When you have a day that is fucked beyond repair, that is the universe speaking to you, sending you a message. Listen to the universe. Go home, save your energy. Tomorrow is another day. For now, just chill out.
Very nice, Jordan. Something in that monologue was very true. Truer words have never been spoken, actually. But it's not just days. If anything is fucked, it cannot be unfucked.
Yeah, you're right.
Just ask my pillows.
That's why you have such a bad night's sleep.
Yeah, it's like sleeping on two concrete boulders.
Oh, God.
After the first time, I thought, well, they can't be unfucked, so I may as well just roll with it.
Another one. I was hit by lightning. Well, sort of indirectly. Lightning hit a tree near the wellhead while I was doing dishes, exploded the tree, fried the well, and gave me a jolt that made my metal fillings so hot that they burned my tongue.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So licking your fillings.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great either, does it?
No.
I got left a written message to call a girl, mistakenly called a different number. It was another girl, though, with the same name.
No way.
But I didn't find out until much later that this wasn't who I first intended to call. And we've since been married for 14 years.
And that other lady is still sat by her phone. Frizzy hair, cats everywhere going, one day, picking up the receiver, hello? Oh, no, thought I heard it ring.
Just think, though, that person wouldn't have met the wife if not. Or future wife, of course.
Yeah, wouldn't have met the wife. I am married, but I've never seen her.
Another one. Many years ago, I had a terrible day when my then girlfriend broke up with me. Then I did terribly in a final exam for a college class. Then I lost my wallet. And finally, I was doing the Charlie Brown sad walk back home when some random branch broke off a tree as I was walking on the sidewalk under it, and the damn thing fell on top of me, hit me square across the shoulder, and knocked me to the ground. I burst out laughing because it was so ridiculous.
Is the statistically impossible thing that he laughed at that situation?
Maybe. And then it says that a cat came waltzing over, did a shit on his face. No, that's a lie.
Somebody walking on the other sidewalk was like, fucking hell, he's laughing. That's statistically unexpected, isn't it?
I once got my electric guitar, plugged it in and started playing. Cranked up the volume and hit a few power chords. Yeah. Then the ground started shaking.
Uh-oh.
For real. It was a 4 to 5 earthquake in an area that never usually had earthquakes. Scared the shit out of me. The glasses in the cupboard started rattling and the world swinging outside. But I had the most metal 5 seconds ever.
You would definitely think you've accidentally just summoned the devil, wouldn't you? Oh, shit, I played that G a little too hard then.
Yeah.
You're like, take my wife. She's got a better soul than me. After it's all finished, she's like, what the fuck was that about?
And then goes back to playing Smoke on the Water.
Yeah.
A few more for you. My twin sister and I hit the same answer to rock, paper, scissors 14 times in a row.
God.
My husband thought we were cheating. Ha ha! Gotta love the power of twins.
I wonder what the odds of that happening are.
I don't know, it's probably not bad.
See, it doesn't sound amazing for 14 times. You know, it's not as if it's 1,000,000 times, which would sound infinitely more impressive. But I dare say, I bet you once you hear the odds of that happening, you're probably like, whoa, that's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to look it up.
Okay. Deal.
What are the odds? Oh, fuck. Okay, right, I've got the answer.
Beautiful.
So the odds are approximately 1 in 4.8 million.
Oh, wow, okay. That's a lot more than I thought.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of those other twins, by the way? I can't remember the name, but it was a mad story about two twins who lived in separate countries, and they decided to come to England to meet up one time to go on a little trip. And when they met up, they just went berserk. They were on a bus, they stopped the bus, got off, and then attempted to jump in front of traffic and like kill themselves, it seemed. But there were some police nearby filming like a traffic police show. So they went over to detain them. But the girls were like abnormally strong and they kept escaping and running out in front of traffic. One of them got run over by a truck and then just got straight back up. And eventually they got detained, then got taken to prison, got interrogated. But when they were separated, they seemed perfectly normal and absolutely fine.
Oh, I've not heard that.
One of them went and fucking jumped off a bridge and then got up absolutely fine, just walked it off. The other one got let out of prison but had nowhere to go, so was taken in by somebody. And the next day he was found dead because she bludgeoned him with a hammer.
Wow.
And then she just fucking ran off into the night. Some other guy tried to stop her and didn't have the strength to stop her. And it's just this crazy fucking story about these twins who just went absolutely insane, close to each other.
No way, never heard that. That's weird.
It is a very weird story.
I have heard of a story of two other twins that were identical twins. I think they were brothers, and they ended up essentially through life kind of separating. You know, they didn't stay in touch. Later on, they met back up again, realised, I think it was that they had the same number of children with the same names, and they were married to two women of the same name.
Is this them two twins that were separated at birth?
Oh, it might be. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the same dog.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The dog with the same name. They both had 2 marriages. Wives had both the same names.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was mental.
That is uncanny.
I spoke about that one in that coincidence episode as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Thanks for recycling my content.
Sorry. But that is weird. Yeah, that is really odd. Another one. Oh, actually, to maybe put that out there, you know the rock, paper, scissors game? There is kind of a technique to predicting what someone is going to do, or not predicting.
You ask them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you know, like when you do the 1, 2, 3 and then make the move kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you signal that to say to someone, oh, right, let's do it on 1, 2, 3 and then go. And let's say then you signal scissors on that example, then they are likely to go for scissors and then you would counter that.
I see.
It's so frequent that they would just do your previous move.
No way.
For quite a while. Try it. It's interesting.
I will do.
So maybe this twin knew that, really.
Possibly, yeah.
So it wasn't really 1 in a million.
Well, yeah, one in 4.8 million.
Or that.
You just one in a smart-ass twin.
Penultimate one. My girlfriend lives in the US and I live in Europe. It was in the middle of the afternoon for me and around 7 a.m. for her when I got a text that simply read, ? I texted her back asking what on earth she meant, and she replied with, why did you call me? After explaining that I was in the middle of class and even sent her a screenshot showing no outgoing calls since early that day, she replied with a screenshot showing 2 calls from me. She said I was speaking in Spanish and then said, oh no, and hung up. I freaked out, thinking someone must have maybe hacked into my iCloud account and called her by accident. And I immediately changed my password and my only active devices that were my laptop and my phone, which were both with me at the time. Wait, I texted her. Can you call them back? My phone rang and I ignored it. She texted me back shortly after saying not to worry, that they just got the wrong number. Still confused, I asked her why the call was coming from me. It was then that she checked the number the call came from, and it turned out to be the phone number I had when I lived in the US.
Oh.
Not only did someone get my old phone number, but they happened to accidentally dial my girlfriend's number, who until now had both the old number and my new number saved under the same contacts.
Wow.
What are the odds?
What are the fucking odds of that?
Yeah, that's out there.
See, it's shit like this, right? It makes you think, so surely there's something else going on in the world, in the ether, in the universe, because that is just far too strange. I mean, that's as close to zero as you're going to ever get, I think.
That is pretty statistically improbable.
That is probably more improbable than me floating up out of my chair right now.
I'm not sure.
I don't know, because like all the people in the world,
Yeah.
right, and they were in separate countries, what are the chances of those two out of nearly, nearly 9 billion people now?
True.
Getting that number and accidentally getting in contact?
It is very highly improbable odds, isn't it?
That's crazy.
We might have alluded to it before, but it's exactly the same thing of no one really would ever buy the lottery ticket that read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
But it's just as likely to come out as anything else.
Yeah, yeah.
Weird, isn't it? Yeah, very odd.
Oh, you're breaking my brain here, pal.
I'm sorry. The final one for you. Now, I don't think I would normally go in for something like this, and it isn't particularly funny or crazy, but I remember when I read it, I found it genuinely really heartwarming, and I thought I'd just kind of have to share it.
Okay, I'll be the judge of this.
So it's a rare moment for me to just be really nice and open my heart out.
Yeah, fucking hold on to your pants, people.
Here it is. I took care of my late father for the final 2 years of his life. He had Alzheimer's and pulmonary fibrosis, among other issues, so he had a lot more bad days than good. In the summer of 2009, I took my dad out for a date in a historic old drugstore that has phenomenal milkshakes, which is one of his favourite foods.
Not food.
It's true. It was one of Dad's increasingly rare good days, where he chatted merrily with me about all sorts of old memories. I felt like I had Dad's former self back for just a little while. We had such a wonderful time that I intended to take him there again soon. However, this ended up being our last date.
Oh.
For most of the remainder of that year, Dad declined too much, both mentally and physically, for me to take him out for anything other than very short grocery trips or appointments. The following year, enter the pandemic. It was a very, very rough year with Dad. In January of 2021, my father died, alone in a hospital in another state, where our state ran out of hospital beds and he had suffered traumatic fall that required hospitalisation. That day in 2019 ended up being my last truly happy day I had with my dad, and my last fun outing that I ever got to experience with him. However, 3 months after my father passed, I met a wonderful man online, 9 days after signing up to a 1-year membership, because surely it's going to take some time for someone to be truly compatible with someone like me.
Don't know you.
A few months later, we decided to try a first date. He lived 3 hours away, but wanted me to be more comfortable, so he volunteered to drive to my town for the date. He looked online for an appealing restaurant to suggest and excitedly told me about this really neat historic drugstore that we could go to. We went on a very crowded day, local festival, and had to wait quite a while for the table. The waitress sat us down in exactly the same table that I was sat with my dad nearly 2 years earlier, and I was even in the same seat. 3 months later, we got engaged at that drugstore.
Oh.
So the beginning of the end of one chapter of my life crossed paths with the beginning of the best so far chapters too. My husband and I have since decided to make a trip back there at least once a year. Dad would have really loved my husband.
Oh, how sweet.
Kind of pulls at your heartstrings a little bit, doesn't it? And I appreciate that isn't, that's not a hugely improbable thing, but I'd read that and I was like, oh, that's really beautiful.
Oh yeah, I mean, all the elements were there, the strange coincidences, so it still falls into the theme of it.
I guess so.
But yeah, it's more one of the heartwarming, it's not like I accidentally shagged my pillows.
Well, I mean, she didn't write that, but it could have happened.
It's not impossible.
It's just highly improbable.
Yeah. Well,
So there you go. A list of some of the internet's statistically improbable but not impossible things that have happened.
lovely. Thank you very much for bringing us those, Jordan. They were very interesting.
You're very welcome, Ian.
Kind of like a paranormal segment without being paranormal.
I guess so. I suppose the whole point of that it is slightly para the norm, isn't it?
Exactly. And that's why I love it.
Very good.
So, Jordan, with that, does that about bring us round to the end of today's episode?
I think it does.
Nice one!
Thank you for tuning into today's episode of Two Guys What's Up. Don't forget to follow the show wherever you listen to us and maybe even tell a friend. Take your friend to an old historic drugstore. Buy them some food like tango and allow them to enjoy it. Quench their own thirst and hunger, apparently. And while doing so, give them a couple of AirPods. Let them listen to Two Guys What's Up. Because if nothing else, it might just make them realise they're sat in the same seats.
Best day ever. And if you'd like to get in touch with us, our Linktree link is in the bio of this episode, which you can click on, which will reveal every single way that you can get your little fingers into your keyboards to send us a message.
Beautiful.
Including the Two Guys What's Up hotline number.
Should we play a little jingle, Ian?
Play me a jingle, Geordie boy.
Lovely.
0793958401999.
Send us something. And don't forget to check out Patreon if you want to help support the show and get some cool stuff while you do so.
But if you can't do that, but you still like to help us out, then a 5-star rating and review in your podcast app of choice would be the best and the freest way to do that for us, and we would be eternally grateful.
We would.
But on that note, thanks for listening. You all have an amazing week, and we will see you next Monday.
Improbable, not impossible.
Yo, Jordan, I'm really thirsty. I think I could right go steak. Bye-bye. Before we do, if people like what they hear today, where can they find more of this delicious content?
Well, actually, Ian, I'm going to ask you that. Uno flip on your bitch.
Never played it.
Have you not?
I don't think so.
Oh, we'll have to do that one night. Little card night. Be good.
I mean, we could do other things.
Ian, it's that or Monopoly.
No, fuck that.